guys, Stephanie here, and I'm back with more movie chatter. And if this is your first time here, I want to thank you for checking out my channel. If you're a regular, welcome back. This is a movie channel, so everything I do here is movie related. I do top 10 lists, collection updates, movie reviews, and recommendations. So if this is the type of content you're interested in, definitely hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you'll know when I upload my videos. And what I have for you today is a Criterion Collection overview. Right now, the 50% off Barnes & Noble Criterion sale is going on. For anyone who didn't know, it goes on from now till August 6th is when it ends. So any titles you want from Criterion, now's the time to pick them up at 50% off. You can't beat it. And like I said, these are the titles I've picked up. I put an original Criterion Collection video up a few months ago. I'm going to link that right up here so you can see the titles that I had. Click it. It'll put it off to the side. You can watch it after this. So these are the ones that I picked up since then, including some sale items. Now, the thing is with my Barnes & Noble, they do not have any inventory. So everything I've had to order has been online ordering. And I am getting shipping notifications every day. There are so many titles I have out there in transit somewhere. So they're going to be coming in through the rest of the month. So what I've decided to do is just do this overview. I have quite a stack in front of me. I'm going to do the overview of these titles. And then through the month, from now to the end of whenever, August 6th, whenever the sale ends, I'm just going to post videos every few days. I'm going to grab a few titles, 3 or 4 titles, take them apart, let you know about the transfers, the special features, any kind of extras, the packaging you get with the film, and let you know if I think it's worth the pickup. And if there's any titles in particular that you guys want to see me go over or go more in depth, let me know down in the comments because I'd be happy to do it. So before this gets any longer than it needs to be, because I really don't want it to go crazy, I'm just going to get started. We're going to get right in. The first one that I grabbed is the Breakfast Club. And this one I already had in my collection. It's not a new pickup, but the reason I pulled it out is because I wanted to address a question. I keep seeing on every social media thread I'm on, I keep seeing people asking, is it worth it? Is it worth the pickup? Is it worth grabbing on Criterion? And I am here to tell you, yes, it absolutely is worth it, especially at the price point of $19.99, which is where it's at right now. You get lots of extra features. It's a great transfer. It's got a 4K restoration. It looks flawless. I watched this movie from beginning to end with a friend who hadn't seen it in a while. It looks and sounds amazing. So yes, if you're a fan of this movie, it is definitely worth the pickup, and what better time than during the sale. So yeah, a big yes to the Breakfast Club. Now, this first stack of titles that I have, these were kind of blind buys. These were viewer recommendations because when I did my first video, I asked for any viewer recommendations for titles that you guys thought I should have. So if you guys recommended these titles, I want to thank you. I haven't had time to watch these yet, but I'm really looking forward to getting into them, and I'm going to watch them, during the month. And the first one is Paris, Texas. This stars Harry Dean Stanton, and I'm not entirely sure what it's about, but I can't wait to see it and find out more about it because I have heard nothing but good things. So yeah, Paris, Texas. The next one, another one I've heard great things about, Diabolique, and this is about a gentleman who suffers a heart attack. He's unable to work, and he is in Britain, and he's trying to navigate the labyrinth of social services. This was done in 2016, yeah, 2016. So I'm sure it's going to still feel very relevant as to all the debacle that people have to go through, even in the United States, to deal with any kind of social services, healthcare, things like that. So I'm really looking forward to this because I've heard that it's amazing. So Diabolique, another good one. And this one, I've heard nothing but great things about this one too. The Wages of Fear. It's about truck drivers that are driving truckloads of potentially explosive nitroglycerin through these treacherous roads, and it's supposed to be an amazing thriller, and again, I've heard nothing but great things about this one, so I'm really looking forward to seeing it and giving you my more in-depth thoughts on it. And this one just came highly recommended from a viewer, and it is newer to the collection. It's called Manila in the Claws of Light. It takes place in the Philippines, and a young man goes looking for his girlfriend who has gone ahead to Manila without him. And he takes a job where he basically is exposed to, I guess you could call it the underbelly of the city. Different things that go on in the city. And the thing that really caught my eye, besides how highly it came recommended, was that they said the ending is on par with Fight Club and Seven. two of my favorite movies, so yeah, definitely, I cannot wait to take a look at this one, and again, give you guys more in-depth thoughts, but Manila and the Claws of Light sounds like it's going to be a great one. Now this one, I actually saw the American remake of this one that starred Sharon Stone and Kathy Bates, and it was okay. It's called Diabolique. Anyway, this one came highly recommended from a viewer, and he actually did a video essay for a college class. I'm going to link that in the description because it was a really well done video. It was an amazing video, and after watching his video, I went and ordered this movie. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how much better the original is, because it could be like a straw dog situation where, you always want the original and the reboot was just kind of So I'm really looking forward to seeing this one. And again, I'm going to link his video down in the description if you want to take a look at it. And this is another viewer recommendation, Peter Sellers in Being There. Haven't seen this one, but I've heard nothing but good things, so I'm really looking forward to getting into this. And again, I'll give you some more in-depth thoughts because this again seems to get high praise all around, so I'm excited to see this one. And this is probably the only Guillermo del Toro film that I have not been able to sit down and watch yet. I'm embarrassed to say I didn't have it. Cronos. This was actually his debut film, so I'm really looking forward to watching this one because I'm a big fan of everything he does. And again, I've heard nothing but great things about this one. So Cronos, it's kind of up there on the top of my watch pile right now. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking this one out. And the last one is a popular one, and I don't even know why I didn't have it in my collection because I've heard nothing but great things about it for years. The Bicycle Thieves, and it is in poverty-stricken post-war Rome. A gentleman is on his way to his first day at work with his new job where he needs his bicycle to get there. His bicycle is stolen, and he and his young son go out looking for the people who stole his bike. So I've heard that this is a wonderful movie, so I'm really happy to have it in my collection now. And I look forward to giving you guys more in-depth thoughts on it. So yeah, that's my last viewer-recommended film. And now to a pile that I've actually seen all the films, most of the films here going to the end, I've pretty much watched. This one I just watched the other night, and it is so good. It's a film by Terry Zwigoff. I believe I said his name right. If I didn't, I apologize. Crumb. This is about Robert Crumb. It's a documentary, and he's probably best known, if I just say the drawing that he's best known for is the old Keep On Truckin'. It was very popular in the 70s. It was on mud flaps and t-shirts. It was crazy. But it's a very candid look at his life and his family, and this is one of the best documentaries I have seen in a long, long time. So I can tell you that this is going to be in my next video because I really have a lot to say about this one. But if in the meantime, if you want to pick it up at Crumb, it's a really safe blind buy, especially if you're into art and you're into documentaries. This is one of the best ones I've seen in a really long time, Crumb. It's a good one. Another one by Ingmar Bergman. I just watched this last week, The Virgin Spring. This is newer to the collection, but what a movie. And for those of you who didn't know, Wes Craven's Last House on the Left is a very loose adaptation of this. So for the horror fans, you might enjoy this. Of course, it's a much tamer version than Last House on the Left, but this is a really amazing movie, really amazing story. And again, this is another one that I have an awful lot to say. The transfer looks good. If you're thinking about doing a blind buy, this would be another one. If you're on the fence about it, I would say yes, go ahead, but I am going to definitely be talking about this one in my next video. So Virgin Spring. And this one, another one that I watched, I revisited. I've seen this one a few times. Akira Kurosawa's Rashomon. And this one was actually done in 1950, so it was done before Seven Samurai. Basically, 4 people give 4 different versions about a rape and a murder that took place, and it's a great film. Another one, I'm going to have a lot to say about it. The transfer looks great. It's Akira Kurosawa, so anything he does, I can sit down and watch it. And if you're a fan, I'm sure you feel the same way. But yeah, I have a lot to say about this one, so you can look forward to more of that in my next video. And this is a classic, Dustin Hoffman and Jon Voight. Again, this one's newer to the collection, Midnight Cowboy. I recently watched this. I got it the day it came out, and I watched it that night. It looks good. It sounds good. It has a new 4K digital restoration. Everything is solid. It does not look like it was filmed in 1969. it really looks a lot more modern than that, except for the clothing and whatnot, but it really holds up over time. It's a great story, great performances all around. So if you're a fan of Midnight Cowboy, I would definitely say it's worth picking up. And again, it's another one that's at that $19.99 price point, so definitely worth it. And this is one that I saw when it originally came out, haven't seen it in a while, so I'm really looking forward to revisiting it. Traffic. This is the film that it won Benicio del Toro an Academy Award for, I believe, Best Supporting Actor. And this is a story of the drug situation on the American-Mexican border. And this is a very intense movie, and I remember really liking it. So I'm really looking forward to revisiting it and see what Criterion's done, because I'm sure it's going to look and sound amazing. It has a nice high-definition digital transfer, so again, I'm really looking forward to revisiting this one. And these last two films I talked about in one of my recent videos, I think it was 2 videos ago, where I did Top 10 Dysfunctional Family Films. I'll link that up here if you haven't seen it. If you like dysfunctional families, you're going to like my list. The first one is Ice Storm by Ang Lee, another one I highly recommend picking up. And again, in that video, I did give you some more in-depth thoughts on it, but yeah, the Ice Storm is a really, really solid film, and again, it holds up over time. It was shot in 1997, but it looks great, sounds great. And this one, by Sofia Coppola, still an amazing film, Virgin Suicides. It's a really, really amazing film, very moving. And again, I talked about it in that video, so check out that link and you'll get my in-depth thoughts on Virgin Suicides. But it looks great, it sounds great, it's got a new restoration, and yeah, very solid all around. So, we're almost done. This one is a 2-film box set from Akira Kurosawa. It's Yojimbo, which was the first one, and Sanjuro, which was the second one, and they are spines number 52 and 53. These were actually done after Seven Samurai in 1961 and 1962, and they actually surpassed Seven Samurai in popularity, if you can believe that, because he is best known for Seven Samurai, but these were even more popular than that. So I haven't seen these in a while, and again, I'm really looking forward to revisiting them. They have high-definition transfers, and I'm sure they look and sound great, because everything Criterion does, especially with his films, they just, the black and white just looks amazing when they clean them up. And they, you know, Akira Kurosawa, just his films are just visually so amazing. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what he did with this, what they did with this one. These two, I should say. Now this one was actually nominated for 7 Academy Awards, including Best Picture. Anatomy of a Murder, starring Jimmy Stewart. And even George C. Scott is in this one, yes. And a gentleman is on trial for the murder of a tavern owner who he believes raped his wife. So this film is groundbreaking because it was considered an envelope pusher because of their frank discussion of sex. It took place in 1959, so they just didn't talk about things like that in movies. So this is groundbreaking for many reasons, that being one of them. I have seen this, but it's been a while, so I'm really looking forward to revisiting it, seeing how Criterion has cleaned it up and the transfer and all the special features. So Anatomy of a Murder. If you want to blind buy it, I say it's a safe blind buy, because what I remember of it blew me away. So yeah, good one. This is another one. If you like World War II films, this is a great one. Thin Red Line by Terrence. It's a film by Terrence Malick. This one stars Sean Penn, Nick Nolte, Woody Harrelson, just to name a few. And it's a long film. It's 171 minutes, but it is a great, great movie. And if you like the whole war film thing, you're going to love Thin Red Line. It's a really good one. And this one is another documentary, The Times of Harvey Milk. If you were a fan of the movie Milk, starring Sean Penn, you're going to really like this one. It's a quick watch. It's only 88 minutes. And this is a documentary about Harvey Milk. He was a human rights activist. He was the first one of the first openly gay politicians, and he fought for everybody. And unfortunately, he was assassinated, which they tell you right on the back cover, so it's no spoiler. But if you enjoyed the movie Milk and you like any kind of political history, this is definitely worth a watch, because I've seen it a few times and I'm looking forward to revisiting it on Criterion. But yeah, really, really moving story. Harvey Milk, what a guy. He did so much for so many people. And this one's a fun one. I haven't seen this one in a while either. The original The Blob. This is from 1958. It has a new 4K digital restoration, so I can't wait to see what they've done with this, and I always had a really good time with the... I'm a big fan of, you know, I like the original versions of a lot of films. Reboots are okay. I mean, I'm okay with the reboots, but this is one of those that I really, really enjoyed the original. So yeah, the original Blob, can't recommend it enough. And this is one of my very favorite Alfred Hitchcock films, Foreign Correspondent. This was one of his first 2 American releases. His first one being Rebecca, and I believe Rebecca won for Best Picture, yes. Rebecca won for Best Picture. This one did not, but it was nominated. So if you're an Alfred Hitchcock fan, Foreign Correspondent is a really good pickup, and I know that this is going to just look amazing because they always do. So yeah, that's the last one. That is the last one in my pile for today. This is everything that I've gotten up till now. So like I said, as the new titles come in, I'll add them, and I'm going to start posting reviews, 3 or 4 films at a time. I'll start posting them towards the end of the week, so then you guys can see, you know, what titles you're interested in. And again, if there's a title you want me to look into, leave it in the comments, and I will definitely get to it. So I want to thank you guys, as always, for watching. If you enjoyed this, if you enjoyed what I picked up, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, leave a comment, hit the bell notification, share, do whatever. Anything you want, anything you can do is great. And I always appreciate you guys, anything you do, it's awesome. So that is going to do it for me today. I'm going to post again real soon, and that's a wrap.